For centuries, tales of an enigmatic, towering creature lurking in the shadows of remote forests have captivated imaginations. From the swamps of Florida to the rugged Cascades of Washington, eyewitness accounts, eerie encounters, and strange evidence continue to weave a web of mystery around Bigfoot. Is it a relic of an ancient world, an undiscovered species, or simply the stuff of legends? In this collection, we delve into captivating stories of Bigfoot from all corners of the country. From a peculiar creature named Oliver sparking scientific curiosity in New York, to the chilling sight of glowing eyes in the Pacific Northwest, and even the swampy lairs of Florida's notorious skunk ape, these accounts keep the legend alive. Journey through sightings, ancient lore, and even extraterrestrial connections as we explore these fascinating encounters. Whether skeptic or believer, these tales invite you to consider, what if the legend is real? The Elusive Sasquatch by Brett Oppegard, Columbian staff writer. Published November 13, 1996. Location: Mount Hood, Oregon. Peter Byrne, a seasoned adventurer with decades of exploration behind him, has dedicated much of his life to uncovering the truth behind one of the greatest mysteries of modern folklore: Bigfoot. Operating out of a small office near Mount Hood, Byrne fields thousands of phone calls every month from people claiming to have spotted the elusive creature. Most calls are pranks, but Byrne remains ever vigilant, knowing that the next call could provide the critical clue needed to solve the mystery. Byrne's journey began far from the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest. Born in Ireland, he hunted big game across Nepal and India before becoming captivated by reports of a massive, hairy humanoid said to roam North American forests. Over the past 35 years, he has transformed his fascination into a full-time endeavor, with a team of researchers, cutting-edge technology, and a mission fueled by personal conviction and financial backing from the Academy of Applied Science. Historical accounts bolster Byrne's belief. A fur trader's 1810 diary recounts finding massive footprints near present-day Oregon, while the Spokane Indians spoke of nocturnal giants stealing their salmon. Reports of a caged wild man named Jacko in 1884 and the infamous 1924 Ape Canyon incident, where miners were besieged by boulder-throwing beasts, add a historical weight to the lore. Byrne's methods combine modern technology with traditional tracking. His Mount Hood base features a $150,000 surveillance system equipped with night vision cameras and motion detectors. Volunteers scout remote locations, and a sophisticated database logs patterns in reported sightings. Despite his efforts, the skeptics are numerous. Former colleague John Green claims Byrne is chasing notoriety more than truth, but Byrne remains undeterred. With the evidence, the sightings, the witnesses, there is something here, he says. The question isn't if Bigfoot exists, but when will we find undeniable proof? Bigfoot Unplugged. A closer look at the creature's habits by anonymous regional feature. Published July 3, 2000. Location: Skamania County, Washington. Bigfoot remains one of the most tantalizing mysteries of the natural world. Often described as a towering, ape-like creature with human traits, sightings of Bigfoot span the globe, but the Pacific Northwest remains its supposed heartland. Skamania County, Washington, even enacted laws to protect the creature in 1969, recognizing it as a cultural phenomenon worthy of preservation. Witness reports frequently describe a creature standing between 6 and 9 feet tall, covered in dark, shaggy hair. Its eyes shine with an uncanny intelligence, and its movements are fluid, almost gliding. Bigfoot is also credited with possessing exceptional hearing, night vision, and a sharp sense of smell, making it a formidable figure in its forested domain. Reports have also documented Bigfoot's distinct vocalizations, long, mournful howls, and guttural whistles that defy comparison to any known animal. Researchers analyzing audio clips believe these sounds could serve as territorial warnings or attempts at communication. Despite its legendary status, tangible evidence remains sparse. Footprints are the most common physical sign of the creature, with some casts measuring over 18 inches long. Researchers note that while most tracks show clear anatomical features, like dermal ridges, none have conclusively linked the creature to known species. Even skeptics admit the intrigue surrounding Bigfoot is rooted in humanity's primal fear of the unknown. Whether a biological reality or a cultural mirror reflecting our fascination with wilderness, Bigfoot continues to inspire wonder and fear. Bigfoot and UFOs. Wisconsin's Mysteries Unveiled by J. Rath, State Journal contributor. Published October 31st, 1998. Location, Richland Center, Wisconsin. Wisconsin, known for its rolling farmland and glistening lakes, hides an eerie side within its shadows. From UFOs hovering silently over rural ridges to chilling Bigfoot sightings, the state teems with paranormal lore. In June 1998, Jeremy Wilder, a teenager from Lafarge, claimed to witness a silver object the size of 2 school buses hanging motionless in the sky near Richland Center. Thinking quickly, Wilder snapped photos of the craft before it vanished. His encounter joins a long line of Wisconsin UFO reports dating back decades, including sightings by police officers and fishermen near Madison. But UFOs aren't Wisconsin's only unexplained phenomenon. Walworth County in the state's southeast has become a hotspot for Bigfoot activity. Witnesses report strange occurrences, from sticks falling in patterns to invisible presences spooking animals. The most unnerving detail? A pervasive sense of being watched. Historical accounts provide an eerie context. Native Ho-Chunk legends describe a long-necked serpent known as Winnebago, a creature whose effigy mounds dot the Madison area. Could such tales hint at an enduring presence of the unexplained in the region? As Wisconsin residents continue to report these encounters, skeptics and believers alike find themselves drawn to the state's uncanny blend of the natural and supernatural. The Mystery of Polk County's Forests by Tom Henderson, Itemizer Observer. Published November 7, 2001. Location, Polk County, Oregon. In late summer 2001, a bow hunter near Grand Ronde, Oregon, encountered something he couldn't explain. Early one morning, the man heard guttural noises, followed by the crash of a falling tree. Later, he found enormous footprints, 14 inches long and 7 inches wide, pressed into the soft forest floor. That night, strange knocking sounds echoed through the woods, accompanied by a palpable sense of being watched. Polk County has long been a site of Bigfoot lore, with residents reporting sightings and sounds consistent with the creature's behavior. Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization investigator Tom Powell analyzed the case, deeming the man's detailed account credible. Powell noted, "This constellation of events aligns perfectly with Bigfoot activity patterns. Efforts to collect further evidence are ongoing, but the hunter's encounter stands as a compelling addition to the growing body of Bigfoot lore in the Pacific Northwest." East Texas, a haven for Bigfoot, by Mark Huey, News Journal staff writer. Published September 2001. Location, Jefferson, Texas. At the Texas Bigfoot Research Center's annual conference in Jefferson, researchers unveiled new evidence pointing to Bigfoot's presence in East Texas. The team shared findings of twisted tree formations, dubbed territory markers, and trails littered with plum pits and grape stems, suggesting omnivorous feeding habits. Luke Gross, the center's director, explained that Bigfoot families use creek beds and gas line routes, dubbed Bigfoot highways, to navigate their territory while staying close to water sources. "They know the forest like the back of their hands," Gross said. "If you act like a predator, they will treat you like one." Despite the mystery surrounding Bigfoot, the researchers' respectful approach aims to document without disrupting the creature's natural behavior. The Bigfoot of the Blue Mountains by Vance Orchard, Touchett Valley Times. Published October 18, 2001. Location, Blue Mountains, Washington. Bigfoot sightings are stirring excitement in the Blue Mountains once again. In early October, Brian Smith reported seeing a large brown creature dart across Mill Creek Road near Kuskoski. Days earlier, another witness claimed to have seen a reddish Bigfoot feeding on rose hips along Black Snake Ridge. Smith, a seasoned Bigfoot tracker, has logged multiple sightings in the region, including 2 creatures spotted simultaneously in the 1980s. The most recent encounters reinforce the belief that the Blue Mountains serve as a habitat for the mysterious Sasquatch. Bigfoot on Pikes Peak by Claire Martin, Denver Post staff writer. Published June 3, 1989. Location, Green Mountain Falls, Colorado. For decades, Pikes Peak has been a hub of human activity, but recent reports suggest it might also be home to Bigfoot. Residents of Green Mountain Falls have described a creature leaving massive footprints and tearing through screen doors, leaving behind long blonde hairs. Bob Briengo, a Bigfoot researcher, believes the evidence is compelling. Hair samples reportedly match no known species. Critics remain skeptical, with some suggesting extraterrestrial origins. Whether natural or otherworldly, the Pikes Peak Bigfoot has reignited interest in the legendary creature's existence. Bigfoot or Just a Bear with a Skin Condition, by Press Telegram staff. Published October 29, 2007. Press Telegram, Long Beach, California, Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. It's furry and walks on all fours. Beyond that, the identity of the creature photographed by a hunter's trail camera is up for debate. Some believe the image depicts the legendary Bigfoot, while others insist it's just a bear suffering from a severe skin condition. Rick Jacobs, the hunter behind the photo, captured the images on September 16th using an automatic camera he had attached to a tree in the Allegheny National Forest, roughly 115 miles northeast of Pittsburgh. His intent was to photograph deer, but what appeared instead left him baffled. "We couldn't figure out what they were," Jacobs said of the images. "I've been hunting for years and I've never seen anything like this." Seeking answers, Jacobs reached out to the Bigfoot Research Organization, a group dedicated to investigating reports of the elusive two-legged creature believed by some to roam remote areas of North America. Paul Magetta, a representative of the organization, shared his interpretation. "It appears to be a primate-like animal. In my opinion, it appears to be a juvenile Sasquatch." The Pennsylvania Game Commission, however, offered a more grounded explanation. Spokesman Jerry Fieser noted that conservation officers routinely encounter bears suffering from mange or other conditions that can drastically alter their appearance. Whether the creature in Jacobs's photos is an unconfirmed cryptid or merely a bear in poor health, the images continue to fuel speculation among believers and skeptics alike. The Tacoma Encounter, Bigfoot in the Cascades, by J. Gosney and D. Grover. Published September 15, 1978. Three teenage hunters in Washington state's wilderness stumbled upon what they believe was Bigfoot, a creature that has eluded confirmation for decades. The youths, Tom V. Gerstmar, 17, Earl Thomas, 18, and Jerry Lazar, 16, were bear hunting near Rimrock Lake when their ordinary outing turned extraordinary. As dusk fell, the trio heard strange noises while hiking back to their camp. Feeling followed, they repeatedly shone flashlights into the woods, but saw nothing. Hours later, near a small pond, glowing greenish-yellow eyes stared back at them from the darkness. When Gerstmar returned to the pond with his flashlight, he and his friends saw what they described as a tall, hairy humanoid figure standing upright. The youths estimated the creature was between 8 and 9 feet tall, with long arms and a human-like face. Alarmed, they fired 7 rifle shots to scare it off. Though the creature moved slightly, it growled and screamed, sending the teens fleeing in terror. They abandoned their camp and supplies, retreating to safety at a nearby lodge where they contacted authorities. Yakima County Deputy Gamache, who interviewed the boys, found their accounts credible. The next day, Gamache and wildlife officials searched the area, finding no concrete evidence but noting disturbed ground and animal entrails near the pond. The encounter is one of many from the Pacific Northwest, a region steeped in Bigfoot lore. Earl Thomas later described the creature in detail: a large, dark, furry being with an immense build and glowing eyes similar to those of deer or elk. He also reported a strong, unpleasant odor lingering near their camp. While skeptics dismiss such sightings as misidentifications or hoaxes, Thomas and his friends remain convinced of what they saw. "It wasn't a bear. It wasn't an elk," Thomas stated firmly. "I'll never forget that scream. It was like it was all around us." Thank you for joining us on this journey through the legends and mysteries of Bigfoot across America. If you enjoyed exploring these captivating tales and fascinating evidence, please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more thrilling adventures, and share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Your support helps us continue to uncover the unknown together.